Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, bookswithnatasa. And I have a minute, so I thought I will film for you guys a video. And in case you have noticed, the old background is back because I felt like filming standing up, and with my bookshelf in the background, it feels like they're so tiny and I can't get a good angle. So I decided to film with this background. So sorry guys, I know you love the new background, but I just have to do with this one. So I just got back from getting my hair done. In case you haven't noticed, I'm loving it. And I thought, why not? I will film for you guys a video. So let's get straight into it. I have another guide for you guys, and this one is for Sarah J. Maas. She's the queen of plot twists and world building. She's just incredible. Many of you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Acotar series, and I'm beating myself up constantly because I haven't read it all these years, and I read it last year, and I just can't believe that I didn't know these characters from the beginning of my life. I mean, come on. But today I wanted to give you like a guide in case you wanted to get into Sarah J. Maas's books and you have no idea where to start. So let's start with the Acotar series. We have currently 5 books out, and the 6th one is coming, we don't know when, because because Sarah J. Maas has decided to write the Acotar book after the Crescent City one, so, and I have to thank her for that because I couldn't deal. But let's start. First we have A Court of Thorns and Roses, then we have A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. I have read all these books except for A Court of Silver Flames because I'm the number one anti-Nesta fan because I really hate her, and I know many people ended up loving her, but I picked up this book to read a few months back and I just couldn't deal with her perspective on things. But I did love getting some updates about Reese and Farah and Nazir and all of the other characters, but I just couldn't deal with her point of view, so I might just watch like a spoiler vlog or something like that, I'm not sure. But for those of you who don't know, Court of Thorns and Roses is a retelling for Beauty and the Beast. And it has Fae. So we have Farah Acheron, who lives in the other side of the world with the humans, and her family is in poor financial condition, and because they have no money, she's forced to go out into the woods to hunt, but there are rumors around her village that Fae come and take humans, kill them, or even shatter their minds and all that super scary stuff. But she still has to feed her sisters, so she goes out in the woods and ends up killing a Fae. Then someone busts into her home and takes her away to live with him for the rest of her life in his castle on the other side of the world in Prithian, where Fae live. Then she meets Tamlin. Oh, I'm sorry, but if you know why my expression is the way it is. But Tamlin is a high Fae lord for the Court of Spring. Then we also meet Lucian, who also has some social status in the Court of Spring. I don't remember which one is it, but she ends up falling in love with Tamlin, and they start living together and basically loving each other and all that. But later Farah finds out that Prithian is in a hostile situation, so to speak, that this sort of witch Aramantha has been keeping all of these people hostages, and she's basically ruthless, and the way she governs the land is horrible. So after some events that happen, Farah ends up having to face her and beat her in her own game. That's all about what I can say, but I'm pretty sure I spoiled a lot of things for you guys. But this book isn't the best in the series. I can't say this enough. I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I was this close to not picking up A Court of Mist and Fury, my all-time favorite book. I mean, seriously. A Core of Mist and Fury is phenomenal. It's a masterpiece. You guys need to read it because it follows Farah after the events of the Core of Akotar book, and how the bargains he made with Reese, my favorite. Oh my god, I love him so much. How that events play out, basically. Many of you know that Farah and Reese end up becoming a couple, and it's epic, it's incredible, it's wonderful, and I can give you enough description. You just need to read it. It's incredible. And we finished with a big cliffhanger, and I was so happy that I had the third book. And that is Core of Winds and Ruin, and I do love this one very much, not more than Akuma, but it's a close second. And I love how we got to see these huge war battle sort of things that happened. It was incredible. Sarah J. Maas did a wonderful job describing and writing all those scenes. Also, I love the little moments that Reese and Farah shared during those difficult times. It truly made this book worth it. At the end, I cried my eyes out and my heart broke, but at least we had a happy ending. Worth it. At the end, I cried my eyes out and my heart broke, but at least we had a happy ending, so to speak. Then we have A Core of Frost and Starlet, that is sort of a novella after the events of Ako War. And we follow the winter solstice and Farah's birthday, and we see the characters, how they are doing after the events of Ako War, and how are they feeling, and what is happening with the treaty and all of that. So it's really nice to read. If you just want extra content with the characters from the Ako books, you're going to love this one. And next we have A Core of Silver Flames, and like I said, I haven't read this one, and I'm not sure I plan to anytime soon. I hate Nesta, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue to hate it despite the big arc redemption that happens about 100 pages from the end. But I really wanted to read it, just to read about Cassian, but just by reading about how she feels and keep blaming Farah for all her mistakes and all the stuff that happened, it just makes me so mad, and I'm so happy that Reese is taking out of her because I want to do exactly the same thing. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You guys will probably hear about it, or I will post on my Goodreads and stuff if I decided to read it. But as of now, I have no plans. We have the Throne of Glass series, and many people know this series by Sarah J. Maas. I still haven't read this one, but hopefully I will be able to start it at least the first 3 books this year. It depends how I feel about it, because I did read the first book, and about halfway through I put it down because I just wasn't vibing with the characters or the story. But many people and a lot of my friends told me to push through until book 3, and if I still don't like it, then I can DNF it. So the Throne of Glass series, it has 7 books, and we have Assassin's Blade, that is a prequel, and it follows Celine before the events of the Throne of Glass series. Then we have Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Head of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storm, Kingdom of Us, and Tower of Dawn, and then Kingdom of Us. So as I've said, I haven't read this series yet, but it's about assassins, and I was really excited to pick it up because I know a lot of people love it and it's incredible, and it competes with Akotar very much. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm going to give it a try because I have a feeling that I might end up loving it like I did the Akotar series, and I really want to try it. Next, we have the world sensation, that is Crescent City. Currently, we have 2 books out, and the third one is coming out hopefully in 1 year or 2 years. Oh my god. So the first book is Crescent City. In Crescent City series is House of Earth and Blood, and I absolutely love this book. I read it just before the second book in the series came out, and it was incredible. I wasn't sure because I haven't read fantasy quite a while now, and I wasn't sure how I'm going to read this one. But at the moment I started reading, I just took the info. The first 100 pages have a lot of info dumping, but that wasn't the problem with me because I stopped wondering what all those things were and just took it as granted. And after that, and after what happened to Bryce's friends, I was so hooked to the story. I really wanted to know what's going to happen. And when Hunt showed up, I was like, wow. But I have to say, I'm quite hesitant about the pairing between Bryce and Hunt. Not to say that they're not incredible together and not really funny and the banter and all that, but usually with Sarah J. Maas, you don't get too attached with the first love interest because usually it ends up disappointing. Example is Tamlin from the Avatar series. I mean, I hate his guts so much, but I'm still hesitant about this one, even though in the second book we Hunt still was the love interest, but I'm still holding out because I just don't feel it with him. I'm not to say that he's not incredible like I said before, but I just don't feel the wild fascination that I felt over Reese. That's it. Next we have book number 2 that came out a few months ago, and that is House of Sky and Breath. And this one was quite slower than the other one and a little less action packed, but I did end up loving it just the same. Both of these I gave 5 stars, and the cliffhanger at the end of this book, oh my god, I'm just remembering it and I want to scream. Sarah Maas is evil, and I haven't been in her fandom for many years, so I didn't know all these theories. So I didn't know what to expect from this cliffhanger. But when it happened, I wasn't expecting it like at all. So I screamed. I dropped my phone. I was crying. I mean, so many things happened, and then I was scribbling like a lunatic. All my theories for book 3. I filled like 5 pages in A4 paper, and I mean, I felt like a crazy person. I mean, it was incredible. Also about Bryce and Hunter being mates, I was like, what? How is this possible? And I don't want to spoil it any further. I'm sorry, but you should definitely read any of her books. They're all incredible, but definitely read Crescent City. They are so good. So that's it for my guide to Sarah J. Maas. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and stick around for more. And I would really appreciate if you guys check out my links for my social. All that will be down below. And I will see you for my next video very soon. Bye!